So you want to get your very first tech job? Well, I would not sugarcoat it. It is tough. You would apply to a ton of jobs, feel like you're not good enough, and wonder if you even belong in tech. And guess what? That is absolutely normal. Almost everybody goes through that. But here is the good news. Just because it is hard doesn't mean that it's impossible. The key is knowing why it is so difficult and how you can push through. In this video, I will break down why landing your first tech job is such a challenge, and more importantly, what you should do to actually stand out and get hired. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Fumilayo from Beth Media, and I make videos to help you navigate the world of tech, coding, and breaking into your first tech job. If that sounds like something that you need, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you find this video helpful, make sure to like. It helps more people to see this and keeps me motivated in order to continue to make more videos. So now, why is it so hard to get your very first tech job? Imagine this. You wake up, you check your emails, and you see that you've been ghosted again. You apply to 20 more jobs, auto rejected in minutes. Finally, you land an interview, and then they hit you with, "We went with someone with more experience." Does that sound familiar? That's because getting your first tech job is hard. But why? Let's break it down. Entry level jobs that are not entry level. So you find a junior developer job posting and think, perfect. But then it asks for 3 years of experience, multiple framework, and a degree. How do hiring managers expect someone fresh out of college or boot camp to have a 3 years working experience? The only experience that you probably have is from internship. A lot of people assume that junior jobs are designed for people just starting out, but in reality, most companies treat junior roles as mid-level -1, expecting you to have already project experience and internship. So then what is the challenge too that you might face? The rejection loop. You need experience to get a job, but you need job to get an experience. And when I first started applying, I thought if I applied to more than 100 jobs, at least one of the 100 jobs would hire me. Seems logical, right? A lot of beginners believe that job hunting is just a numbers game, applying to as many jobs as possible and you would eventually land one. But in truth, quality is much more important than quantity. If you do not stand out, you are just another resume in a pile of hundreds. Blindly applying to hundreds of jobs with no strategy rarely works, and you need to stand out with projects, with networking, and with a good resume. So now, what is the third challenge that you might be facing in your job hunting? Imposter syndrome. All right, let's say you finally land an interview. You should be excited, right? But instead, you start thinking, what if I mess up? What if they ask something you do not know? What if I am not good enough for this role? That, my friend, is what we call imposter syndrome, and it is something that almost everyone in tech goes through. A lot of people assume that only experts get hired in tech, people who know everything and never doubt themselves. But in reality, even senior developers feel imposter syndrome. The difference is that they have learned to push through it and focus on problem solving instead of self doubt. So, yes, getting your first tech job is tough, but it is not impossible. I'll break down exactly what you need to do to stand out and to get your job. So, yes, getting your first tech job is tough, but it is not impossible. Let me show you how you can do this. There are three major ways to stand out and to increase your chances of landing that first job. One, show, don't just tell. Build a portfolio. I'm sure you're wondering, do I even have time to build a portfolio? While you're still in school or in boot camp, you can put your assignments together if it is allowed for you to share publicly. You can put it together, and that can make your portfolio, showing hiring managers how you started and what level you are currently in. Number two, don't job hunt alone. Use networking. And number three, apply smarter, not harder. Fix your resume and your strategy. So now let's break this down one by one. Networking. Networking is the fastest way to land a job. Why does it matter, you might ask? Most tech jobs aren't even posted online anymore. They get filled through referrals. Connections get your resume seen faster instead of lost in a pile. I know. The word networking sounds like some corporate event where you are awkwardly shaking hands and pretending to like small talk. But in tech, it is completely different. Most job openings are not even posted online anymore. They get filled with referrals. That means the fastest way to land your first job isn't spamming application, is getting your name in the front of the right people. So you're wondering, how do I even network as a beginner? I do not know anybody and nobody knows me. Number one, be active on LinkedIn or Twitter or even YouTube. Document your process. Follow engineers, recruiters, and people in your field. Comment on their posts. Share what you are learning and connect with them. You'll be surprised how many people are open to giving advice or referrals. Number two, join tech communities, Discord, Slack, Meetup, WhatsApp community. These places are filled with developers who were once beginners just like you and are now in job. Ask questions, contribute, build relationships. And number three, reach out the right way. Instead of just sending hi to people's DM or just saying, "Hi, can you refer me?" Try explaining yourself. Try by first introducing yourself. "Hi, my name is this. I saw your post on this. I like your insight to this. I'm currently learning this and I'm curious. How did you land your first job?" That is how to get someone excited to reply your message. That starts a real conversation. And if they like you, referral happens naturally. So now that we've talked about networking, let's talk about your portfolio. How can you prove that you can do the job? Hiring managers don't just want to see your resume, they want proof that you can code. A strong portfolio can make up for the lack of job experience and help you stand out. Even if you're self taught, the project will show what you're capable of. So, what should be in your portfolio? Number one, have at least 2 to 3 strong projects. Your portfolio should have at least 2 to 3 strong projects that shows your skills. But don't just build to-do list mini calculators. Create projects that can actually solve real problems. Research if you're interested in working in the field. It doesn't have to be like a huge project. A project that solves problem and have some creativity. Good example, a weather app that gives you clothing recommendation based on the temperature is better than just creating a basic calculator. Number two, make it visually appealing. Your project should be easily to navigate. No recruiter wants to dig through broken GitHub links. Have a clean portfolio site with screenshots, description, and links to your code. Step three, show your process. One mistake beginners make is just showing the final project, but recruiters love to see how you think. Add a short video. I will have a short description of how I built this. Write a blog post. Record maybe a 2 minute video or even longer explaining your code. You don't know how far your video you would go. You don't know if an hiring manager would see it and would even comment on that they need somebody for that particular role. So now that you've learned about networking, you've learned about building your portfolio, let's talk about optimizing your resume. Hiring managers spend less than 10 seconds looking at a resume. You know, all the work you put into creating a resume, they only look at it for that short amount of time. And if your resume doesn't match what they are looking for, it's gone. So let's fix that. How can you make your resume stand out? Number one, keep it clean and simple. You do not need 5 to 10 pages of resume. No fancy design, no weird fonts. Your resume needs to be 1 to 2 pages and easy to read, especially by the applicant tracking system that scans for keyword. A bad example of resume is an overloaded, cluttered resume with walls of text, while a good example is a simple, structured resume with clear section. Number two, tailor it to every job. Stop sending the same generic resume to all jobs. Look at the job description that matches your resume skill. If a job asks for React and API integration and your resume just says JavaScript developer, you might get filtered out. Generic resume that just says web developer is not as good as a resume that says web developer, React, AIP integration, and front-end performance optimization. Ensure that your resume stands out. Make sure you have specific resume for specific job position, and always check the description of the job advert. So number three, there's the 80-20 rule of job application. Most beginners waste time applying to hundreds of jobs without any strategy. Instead, follow the 80-20 rule. Spend 80% of your time networking, improving your portfolio, and getting referral, and spend 20% of your time applying to job, but only to job that matches your skill. But the truth is, one referral is worth more than 100 blind application. So now, let's wrap it up. So is landing your tech job hard? Yes, but it is not impossible. Absolutely not. If you take the right approach, networking rather than just applying blindly, building projects that actually showcases your skill, and optimizing your resume, you'll be way ahead of most beginners who get stuck in the apply, get rejected, and repeat cycle. And remember, you do not need to be the smartest coder in the room to get hired. You just need to be the one that shows up, learns, and keeps going. I want to hear for you. What has been the biggest challenge in getting your tech job? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if you found this video helpful, like, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification because I've got more content coming to you shortly.